I see myself very sensitive when it comes to my work, extremely passionate. I expect a lot from myself, so I tend to expect a lot from other people. I think people see me as a survivor, strong, and goal achiever. When I set a goal, I do whatever possible to meet that goal. And I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a painter, to express myself. And for me, it's easy to express myself now. It's easy to express myself via a sketch than verbally. I mean, I sketch. If I need to explain something to you, I need to do a picture. It's easier for me to communicate, you know, through a painting, through a sketch, through a drawing. So I think this is the base of where it came from. At the age of 12, I also wanted to be an architect. And the reason why I thought I wanted to be an architect was because I loved the churches, I started looking at buildings, I started looking at structures, and the feeling of when you go into different places, how you feel inside that structure. So to me, the shape of the buildings, the towers, it was quite intriguing. It was quite different. So I got more and more into buildings. So that's where the architecture came from. But I was always told, wherever I studied, wherever I went, if you do paintings, you cannot be an architect. So there was always this misperception of information that I received, that if I want to be an artist, I cannot be an architect. And I was like, yeah, but I want to paint and I want to do that. So I want to do both. Why can't I do both? And eventually, going round and round and round in circles, I sort of came to something that I think put the two together. For me, every project is very individual, whether it is a chair or whether it is a villa, whether it's a restaurant or whether it's a palace. I think for me, the most what describes me is when people trust you and they know that you are going to deliver, because they can see, they know you, they've worked with you, so they can see that I will deliver at the end of the day. And they don't want me to just do a design that we can do the detailed drawings, we can do the whole package that can be built, but it is, will that be built and will it look exactly the same as it looks on the drawings? So it is to ensure that we deliver whatever we design, we actually deliver it at the end of the day. For me, it has to be exactly the same and better. So to ensure that the quality of the work, it is exactly the same as what the client has seen, it is the most important. As a design itself, I think every project that I've done has something that describes me. I'm not a designer that has to put, I'm not a designer that says, okay, this is how I am and I have to do this for every project. I don't do that. My job, how I see it, is that I take whatever the client's brief is, whatever it is that they're looking for, because the client doesn't know how to, most of the time the client doesn't know how to explain what they want, because it's not their role to know. So for me to interpret what they need, how they live, I need to get to know them, I need to get to know the family, and I sit down with them and I help them travel from that brief until we do that concept design, until we do the details. So every step of the way they have to, I assist them to, and I help them develop how it is that imagination that they have with, you know, to give them something that they are not expecting, to create something for them, because I know how, or I better say, it is my job to understand how it is that I can develop that for them, to suit them and to suit their lifestyle. For example, the designers who design a certain style, if the client has a very contemporary style, or they have a contemporary taste, I can work with them in a contemporary design. If they have a classical taste, I can work with them in a classical style. As a designer, as a rule, I don't copy. What we do is we design something that is not in a magazine. We design, I always strive to create a new, something new that is not there, that can, you know, that it hasn't been seen, something that is unique for that client. So it is specifically designed for them, for their family. And as a standard, we have a concept. Then we have, when the concept design is done, we select the materials, we select the furniture, we design the space, and what I do is up to 60%, approximately 60% of the project, I give them a 3D visual once I've completed 60% of the project. Why do I do that and I don't give it to them like the first week? Because I don't do a quick render. I work with them and I develop that design to make sure that it's every component that they need, every color that they want, every feeling that they have, it is carried out through this 60%. So when I do the visual design, it is exactly what they want. Starting my own company in Australia for 6 years before I came here, again, it was more, not only residential work, I did residential work, I did commercial work, and I also did a lot of healthcare work. I was able to fill the gap that I saw that was missing. The service, when it comes to a personal service, that I felt that there was something not given to the client, you know, so something that wasn't, it wasn't like a full picture, it was only part of a picture. When I came here, obviously I got to know the culture, I got to know working in a different environment, working with different people, and different mentalities, and different needs, and different, you know, by the culture itself, different lifestyle. So I was lucky enough to work with quite high-end clients, VIP clients, royal clients, and after working in the field for different companies, I opened PJL. I mainly got involved into, again, VIP clients. The work of what we are doing is extremely a one-on-one, and very personalized, and we dedicate all our time to be with that client from A to Z, including the construction and until we hand over the project. So the main thing is trust, that the client trusts you, because they know that you will deliver at the end of the day, whether it's just a drawing or it is a complete fit out. we also become the client representative. So we become the designer, and then we also become the client representative when it comes to the construction stage.